95% of my role is answering that question, and the answer is always the same. You step back from the business goals a little bit, or you step back from the micro. It's really, really important. The number of times I have clients that say, I want to sell more of this product, so can you do this about this product? My answer is always the same. Absolutely not. You need to go back and you need to think about human motivation. You need to think about what your overall business goals are. Talk to me not about the fact that you want to sell more margarine, but about the fact that that customers don't trust you enough, that you're being challenged from outside, that all these big picture things. And I can put together a narrative, a deep narrative that will help you achieve all of those by thinking about what people are really interested in. I'm a journalist by trade. I mean, that's how I started off. And I work in kind of brand marketing on a kind of day job basis and still journalism by night. And that means that the focus is always taking something that people don't know or care enough about and making them care very much. I'm really disappointed in most of the content that I see, and that's not good. I'm a content fan. I mean, I love reading, I love watching things. I'm absolutely voracious for it. And yet most of it feels like the worst kind of fast food. It's not nourishing for me. It doesn't leave me feeling better afterwards. It leaves me feeling worse, and I feel a little bit like I'm a target market, or that it's treating me with some kind of barely disguised contempt. Maybe that it's been put together because it makes assumptions about me. And all these things are poisonous from the point of view of engagement. And if I feel like that, you can bet that the people out there are feeling like that as well. The point about disruptive technologies is they come and they come and they come and they come in waves, but actually no technology is going to disrupt the way in which people feel when they encounter a wonderful story. These things haven't changed for millennia. These things haven't changed since the birth of Greek tragedy, 5 millennia BC. These things are eternal. We feel a good story when we see something somewhere that we recognise and that speaks to us on a deep human level. So yes to all the disruptive technologies, yes to all the great new social platforms that we don't even know out there yet, that we can't even imagine. But the important thing is not to mistake the medium for the message, and not to mistake the, if you like, the intermediary for the great thing out there that we're all going to connect with. If I could tell you how to connect brands with passion, I wouldn't be as valuable anymore. That's my job. No, I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. Okay, so I think actually connecting brands with passion is probably I'm going to say it's the only goal left for marketeers. We know that brands and product people who work in brands connect with their own product very easily. People who work in brands connect with demographics very easily. All these things are easy to measure and to understand. The problem with passion, and especially when it's about communicating passion and making other people feel it, is it's really hard to measure. You can measure outcomes, you can measure outputs. What you can't measure is the feelings that you're giving people. Or you can, but it takes a little bit more effort. And it doesn't come through by looking at a Google Analytics dashboard, and it doesn't come through by looking at perhaps Net Promoter gets closer to it. I think the key is just for brands to remember that they're dealing with people who are 360-degree people. They're dealing with human beings and not just customerscapes. And there's more to my life as a consumer than my relationship with you. And that's everything out there. It's my friends and my family, my life as a portfolio, it's my cultural interests, my morality. Speak to me about all of these things and not just about the fact that I enjoy great value. The great thing about this event is actually it can sometimes be very, very lonely doing what I do. So trying to light fires for content around the world and trying to make sure people kind of believe in the power of it and give it a chance to show what it can do. And actually getting in touch with and meeting so many kindred spirits, I mean so many people who are after the same thing, restores a little bit of your faith sometimes.